Hello peeps and hello peppers and welcome to Miðvikudags Manatee, like to the Wednesday manatee or similar sea creature. Actually, I ended up in the ER last night, but we have like uh, I got assistance to like keep myself more or less reasonably clean, and I get some assistance to moderate this show here. Um, this is my one woman or one NB show about realistic life with multiple disabilities as a German born artist in Iceland. Um, the subscriber number 136 is more than welcome to come back because I actually want to keep up a routine of filming, like even though I am sick and I can barely sit upright. But like Desi wanted to wish you a good ending of the year, and I wish you a happy new year as well. And um, yeah, sometimes I can't talk, but let's say people who know me in real life, they also know I tend to talk too much. And actually, like, let's say I had a massive breakdown of the body, um, but uh, actually, the doctor didn't find anything else besides like dehydration and what was that? Slightly elevated inflammation values in the blood. Uh, but of course, my assisting friend and I had to um, tell the story 10 different times that I normally walk a little bit. I was in a wheelchair when I entered the ER, and I that I had walked a lot the 2 days before. Of course, like two activities that I wanted myself and that I enjoyed and that I consented myself to. And uh, okay, not sponsored, but Avatar 3 has very relevant social messages. And I actually like these whale like creatures. I don't know how you say that in the context of the film. I think tulkun. But like when you write the word the same way, like in Icelandic, tulkun means translation. And actually, this is interesting because, of course, whales are smart, and some people try to decipher the whales' language. And I mean, I'm still like my head is still working on the book of decoding a sea monster language, or like even the sea monster finding a way to communicate with people. Um, so I am still wondering why all the creatures in Avatar need like 4 wings and 2 tails and stuff like that. But I am sure there is a concept behind it. I didn't know that the film was 3 hours long, and I sort of missed some information because this was part 3 and I hadn't seen part 2. Um, and people who don't know me should always know, like, one of the first things that I tell people about me is that I'm a total movie buff. But let's say I can get sensory overload from watching a lot of movies with a lot of movements. And um, ironically, the day before I went to the movies with friends who are really dear to me, I told another friend who was really dear to me that like a couple of years ago I threw up during a movie, and that had nothing to do with the quality of the movie. That we don't know what it was, but the most reasonable explanation given how my brain works was that the movie was featuring an actor who talked really fast and hopped a lot and so on, even though I had seen the movie before. And yeah, like, uh, I think it was just everything in my life happens just as a chain of events, and this tells me that I am finishing the year 2025 in bed. Of course, I'm always also getting a headache when it's going from even numbers to uneven numbers. That's one of the things that some autistic people report. But really, I'm some autistic people are also like into esoteric beliefs, and I'm totally happy that one of my neurodivergent friends always emphasizes that now we're entering the age of Aquarius. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. The age of Aquarius. 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 Which is supposed to be harmony and understanding and so forth. And actually, I had such a good conversation with a friend today who also has health issues about talking calmly to other people about empathy, because like some people get really pissed when you then have to cancel New Year's parties, New Year's dinners, New Year's whatnot, especially if they are like at a distance or with people who don't know how someone's brain works and want a lot of amusement while a person can't offer this. So I'm actually looking forward to spend my New Year's Eve in bed. I will still have to find a way to activate the remote control of my TV set that I almost never use, because in Iceland we do have a tradition of the New Year's jokes or New Year's sketches, like Áramótaskaupið. I mean, like for the Germans, I always say Neujahrswitze, because, like, to older people, also Neujahrssketche. Like, this is a um, I think sort of half an hour to hour program where people reenact something and parodize things that have happened in politics in Iceland. And I mean, like, let's say Iceland is small enough so you can actually uh, take an influence on politics and speak up on politics, but also, like, even such a small thing as changing the city bus system becomes something political. So I am actually looking forward to see the Neujahrswitze for myself. I mean, of course, don't get me wrong, it's fun to watch it with people, but let's say I don't want to grace the people with let's say bodily fluids on their sofa, or like falling into some kind of fog or coma. Or I don't know what would happen if I had to sit for lengthy stretches now. Um, in an ideal world, I would also like find a way to finish my puffin drawings for the tarot, so I have at least finished them all still in 2025, but I don't know how long I can sit upright. It was definitely a highlight of the year to discover these two art co-working spaces and be invited to them, because this was like a safe space where the people also were like familiar with panic attacks, where the people were also familiar with epilepsy, and where the people talked a lot of what disabled people can contribute to society, even though it's not always visible, but they were like working really hard on making this visible. and also making this known. And I met the Lord Mayor of Reykjavik through such an art project, and I started participating in an art project in another municipality, which is like within the metropolitan area, but is still under another administration. And of course, hey, it doesn't happen every year that I'm kind of submitting two books to competitions with the proper help. Yeah, the proper help was a great new phenomenon. Because let's say if people have known me for a long time, you might also have noticed that I am like always trying to see the light and dark, and that I complain a lot about not having received the proper help for a long time in my life. But there is also, of course, the problem when you can't articulate what the proper help is, you can't ask for it. And maybe on this level, I can also advocate a little bit for people who cannot speak, because they, or like people who can't speak coherently, um, because like you you don't get services if you don't ask for them. I know this may be a little bit of a tricky topic, but maybe we can elaborate on that topic next year. It's interesting that while I was kind of laying there with an infusion, I was still conscious, and my friend and I had a discussion about like how to improve this YouTube channel, and she said I should do like investigative German journalism, or like I should structure this like investigative journalism. It is important to emphasize I have not studied journalism. I'm like a linguist, and I have studied some ethnology. So ethnologist is actually like um, the easiest word for what I'm doing kind of in practice. Like I'm pondering how people form identities, and I'm telling stories, and I'm trying to put people and things in context. So yeah, I have not studied journalism, but I should structure this like investigative journalism. And because the phone listens to us, actually, it pointed out a comment on a video from a YouTuber who I have been following for a while, that this person does actually something like investigative journalism, like, for instance, ordering from doubtful ads on the internet, like everything from clothing to household items, and then showing the process, how this went and what you actually got. And I mean, like, okay, I won't do any specific online shopping. Like, okay, I have to buy post stamps, because in Iceland we have these forever stamps, and like when the new year kicks in, it's mostly like a postage raise, and I still plan for the new year to um, renew my pen paling, and to also like show firmer boundaries, so people and I won't feel treated like an option, but like an important part of life. So yes, I should investigate and research my material better. Even though, of course, most of the things are based on personal experience. So this thought actually makes me a little bit fitter right away, but I need help to structure this too. So I wish you a good new year with the contacts that you actually need to feel safe and comfortable and as structured as you want and need to be. Bye bye. Bye bye. Oh, Desi turning the ass on people. Bye bye.